for example.
Right.
If anybody has something and they feel they want it to get Forest Moon Paranormal's attention, I'm going to have them bring it to me.
But you know, logistically speaking, how hard that is to, one, validate a team. You do. You tried New York, and never worth a crap. It's hard to. So FMP has their own resources in Australia and India that I would trust. It'd be great because I'd like to have a boots on ground asset in every country. But one, they have to follow the same baseline ethics that FMP does, and it's hard to find teams that do. Just saying.
Check out Night Dream's website at www.nightdreamstalkradio.com.
You can advertise your business on Night Dreams Talk Radio, and you will be heard worldwide. Why not contact us at nightdreamstalkradio@gmail.com.
If you would like to hear Night Dreams Talk Radio on your local radio station, let them know. Tell them to check out www.nightdreamstalkradio.com, and thank you.
Eric Cooper, S-4 Radio, on Night Dreams Talk Radio Network, gets deep into the paranormal.
Welcome back to S4. Tonight we're having our January roundtable as we do every last Saturday of the month. Hope you're enjoying tonight's show. You can also find archives at our Spreaker site on the S4 YouTube channel for all the shows you've missed in the last 2.5 years. And we also have our website, www.s-4radio.com, where eventually it's time-consuming, trying to get all the different... If you got an idea you want the S4 and FMP logos on, shoot us a message. Right now we're getting socks. Yes, you heard it right. We're getting S4 socks. on the store.
Ooh.
And
Dude, you gotta let that go.
Hey, Dave started it. Spaced Out Radio started it. We also have blankets that we're having designed. We're having throw pillows we have designed. We're getting a bunch of different items designed, and we get 40% of the proceeds go to FMP for Paracon, for gear, for gas, for whatever we need on the team and the events that we post. And that really helps with team operations when it comes down to, we don't charge for cases. We don't charge for training. We don't, and oh my God, that brings up a good topic, but we're not going to go there. Because, there's groups out there that actually charge a lot of money for training people that work for free, and they have to pay for training. I don't believe in that. Anyway, back to, Seth was bringing up, if somebody was to get hard evidence that would be confiscated or taken by the government or other agencies, such as alien material, cryptid material, things of that nature, how would they get it analyzed without interference? So, take it away, Seth.
Yeah. What I say to begin with is I'm going to have you, if you're around here in this area, you get a hold of me on Facebook. And the code word you are going to send to me is, we need to have a visit. And then I have a contingency plan in place. I am going to tell you ahead of time, the very first thing you are going to want to do is you are going to want to take pictures. You are going to want to take an Altoid tin. You are going to want to put a little wooden box that can fit inside that Altoid tin and plastic that can wrap around that. And you are going to have an SD card inside that Altoid tin. And you will then have created a Faraday cage in which they cannot sense the SD card that you have. And that's organizations here. They have those RFID blockers. You can get those too, like the little wallets, so that you can block your card chips and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And any type of evidence that you want to keep up and away from people, you're going to put in that. And just the same, those popcorn tins, the popcorn tins that they have, they sell at Christmas time and stuff. There's YouTube videos on that show how to make a Faraday cage. And if this thing that you already have, I really seriously doubt you're going to have a live Bigfoot to show on display.
Right.
But if you have anything and you feel that you can't transport the whole entire thing and keep the integrity of the body, then you are going to get an identifiable limb or piece of that, and you do a little bit of home surgery yourself. You put the rest of it somewhere else of the alien or creature in question, and you are going to take that Faraday cage that is an instruction video on YouTube, and you are going to put this piece of evidence inside that Faraday cage, and you are going to freeze it. And if you don't think that you have room in your freezer for the popcorn-sized tin, you can do it easily, with the little butter cookie tins and stuff like that. I know this works because I test Faraday cages myself. I build them, I maintain them, I have them to test for EMPs on my amateur radio equipment. And that's the first thing you want to do. And after you get it into an EMP-proof case, then you're going to want to get a hold of me. You take a picture of that tin or whatever it is in question, and I know people might be listening to this of interest, but they're still going to have a hell of a lot of stuff to sift through if they're going to be looking for pictures uploaded with a popcorn tin. So everybody takes pictures of the Christmas trees and stuff like that. Those little algorithms you need to think of, and this goes hand in hand, and I'm going to tell you why. You guys have all seen this 10-year challenge on Facebook. Do you know why this 10-year challenge went into place? Was because BuzzFeed started it. They were paid by Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg paid them because the algorithms in Facebook are messing up because everybody uses, like, for example, their old first profile picture, or they'll post like a throwback Thursday picture, anything like that. At least 70% of people on Facebook's profile picture is not updated. So they did this 10-year challenge so that you would post an old picture of yourself and a new picture of yourself, and it would fix Facebook's algorithm and also upload your stuff into facial recognition. You say, okay, well, what does this have to do with inanimate objects? It has everything to do with inanimate objects because they're not just looking for human faces in pictures. If you've ever went to upload a picture on any social media, and you will see a little square around something. Sometimes you see a square around a face, and it will have your face tagged. There will also be squares around other inanimate objects, like teddy bears, toys, pens, certain logos, like the Coca-Cola logo, for example. And so you're going to want to do this. And once you get it in that container, you get a hold of me, and I'm going to show you how to test that to make sure that that cannot be picked up. And then what you do, you fill it with whatever it is that came in it. And if you've emptied it out, you go to the store and buy a new one. So if I have an empty popcorn tin, ladies and gentlemen, and I have to put, for example, the hand of a gray alien in there, which lightning ain't going to strike twice. The chance of this actually happening are slim to none, but things do happen. And it can happen to everyday people. And that's why the men in black and things like that show up and tell you, look, you did not see this. You like the ability to walk, right? Well, you did not see this. So you're going to take and you're going to go to the store, you're going to get more of that popcorn. You're going to put it over the top of that plastic and wooden combination container that's inside the metal. And anybody looks in there, yeah, they're going to see that popcorn. The chances of being figured out, if you aren't acting suspicious, people aren't going to have a whole hell of a lot to be suspicious about. And because I'm a boring person, probably the most boring person on the planet, I can help you maintain that anonymity and get your information. Because the very next place I'm going to get it to, hell or high water, is like Eric said, Markham or who Michael suggested.
Yeah, you
whichever one I can get a hold of quicker.
Say again?
I said he clearly does not hang around morgues much. Because rest assured, they are a lot more boring than the ones walking around.
All right.
Hey, Keith, what's your opinion on that, though, just out of curiosity? If I had a spaceship crash, and I'm not being facetious here, it's an honest question, and I had the opportunity to cut off a finger of a gray, and when I have that in my possession, I don't know much about the alien race. Are they going to know that I have it?
Are the alien race going to know you have it?
Yeah.
Not without a whole lot of working. And in all fairness, most of the races, depending on, if it's a gray, they'll be curious why you took it, especially given that most humans will not do that to a corpse.
Right.
That's debatable. But, yeah.
Yeah. Just curious on that.
Yeah. But if you're worried about would they come down looking for it, no.
Yeah, give me my finger back. Yeah, I can see that one.
then you can say, then you just give them the finger, right?
No.
Anyway.
You tell them I don't got it. Markham's got it. Oh, did I say that out loud? Yeah, no. So, Cole.
No, most of the races wouldn't even worry about it.
No, it's just a finger. It'll grow back.
In some of them, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Or tentacle in some cases.
So, by the way, just a quick little jump back to last hour.
Yeah.
That picture that you guys sent me.
Mm-hmm.
That little thing, I forget where it came from, but I can tell you what the place is.